This morning in Health Watch, trans fat. Last Friday, California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger signed a law banning the artery clogging fat in restaurants. It is the first state to ban the substance. Cities like New York, Boston, and Philadelphia have already taken the fat out of the fryer. And here now is registered dietitian Carrie Glassman with more on this. Carrie, good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
For most folks who are hearing this word trans fat over and over again, they don't know what it means. Exactly what is trans fat?
Trans fat is the chemical process that takes vegetable oil in liquid form and turns it into solid form.
Okay, how bad is it?
It is terrible for you.
Yeah.
We know that saturated fat is bad for your LDL cholesterol, your bad cholesterol. Trans fat not only increases your bad cholesterol, but it decreases your good HDL cholesterol. So it's a double whammy.
Okay, we know we can find it in French fries. What surprised me is all these items on the table, right, contain trans fats?
All these items contain it. In 2006, food labels were required to write trans fat on the label. So sometimes you'll see 0 grams trans fat, but if there's less than 0.5, they don't have to include it in the label. But so you have to read the ingredients. And if you see anything that says hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated, you want to stay away from it. So it's really important to read the ingredients, not just look at the number on the label.
Even cake batter or cake frosting, all that. That's so depressing. In states like California, where they're banning this in New York, realistically, what kind of difference is it going to make?
Well, hopefully, I mean, trans fats are associated with increased heart disease, increased stroke, diabetes. So hopefully we will reduce the risks even from coronary heart disease by making this an effect in restaurants throughout the whole entire state.
Okay, Carrie Glassman, as always, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So depressing.
Well, come Friday, California will be the first state in the country to ban trans fats in restaurants. Governor Schwarzenegger signed the measure last year, and restaurants have had the past year to get ready. Action News reporter May Chow is live in Salinas to tell us if they're prepared.
Dan, also known as partially hydrogenated oils, trans fat has been linked to clogged arteries, stroke, and heart disease. And many restaurants here on the Central Coast already have made transitions and changes to their menu to comply with the new law. It's what gives French fries, pastries, and cookies their texture and distinct flavors. The not-so-secret ingredient, trans fat or hydrogenated oils, known to be a health hazard. The artificial artery-clogging fats are used in many fried and processed foods, but now the state of California has a law that bars restaurants from using trans fats.
People are obese in this world, and I think the restaurants will look, that'll be a good thing.
I think it's good. It's great because, we try to give better health to people, right?
Ronaldo Mendoza says his restaurant has always cooked with 100% soybean oil. Many restaurants use trans fatty oils because it's cheaper and can be reused over and over again to fry foods. But starting January 1st, restaurants who use trans fat can be fined up to $1,000. The new ban will be monitored by routine inspections by the local health department.
I think it's going to be a little hard because there's so many people, but if they keep enforcing the law, we have to be ready for.
Mendoza says his restaurant will stop using margarine, a product which has some of the highest amounts of trans fat, on Friday, and he'll work with bakeries to make sure the breads have no hydrogenated oils. So what exactly is trans fat? It's when hydrogen is added to vegetable oil to improve the shelf life and enhance the flavor of foods. This process turns the oil into solid fat such as margarine and shortening, and then added to certain foods such as crackers, cookies, and cereals. But it's not just found in snack foods. Walk down any aisle in the grocery store and you'll find some even unexpected foods contain trans fat, such as peanut butter, ice cream, and coffee creamer. People need to become smarter shoppers. Even though a product may say on the front that it contains 0 grams of trans fat, if you turn it around and read the ingredients, it says hydrogenated oils. So now that the state has banned trans fat from restaurant kitchens, consumers will have to make healthy choices in their own kitchens. While the new law helps control what people put in their bodies while eating out, it is still in their hands to eat healthy at home. One more thing to add, trans fat raises your bad cholesterol, your LDL, and lowers your good cholesterol, which is HDL, increasing your risk for heart disease, which is, Dan, the #1 killer for both men and women.
All right, thanks very much. Appreciate it, May. The law will not go into effect, though, for bakeries until January of 2011. Now, New York City was the first city in the country to ban trans fat. Since then, more than a dozen have followed suit.
Regulations that began in 2008 to limit the amount of trans fats that are allowed in food served at restaurants in New York City have proven to be a success. The restrictions do not allow for food prepared with more than a half a gram of trans fats to be served, and bans any food made with partially hydrogenated vegetable oil. Comparing the receipts of customers in 2007 to those in 2009, the results showed that people consumed almost 2.5 grams less trans fat after the regulations took effect. Several of the fast food restaurants that participated in the changes include McDonald's, Burger King, Subway, KFC, and Pizza Hut. The researchers' report about the outcome of the changes in regulation states, given that 1/3 of calories in the United States comes from food prepared away from home, this suggests a remarkable achievement in potential cardiovascular risk reduction through food policy. Many restaurants fought the ban on trans fats, saying that their food production cost would go up, but they were able to meet the restrictions by limiting their portion size and changing their menu choices.
Since 1891, Heitzman's has served up baked goodies to the masses. But long gone are the days of baking with butter, lard, and other unhealthy alternatives.
We do use trans fat-free shortenings in some of our products.
We have invited speakers to the meeting today.
Owner Tony Osting told the Metro Council Committee he tried to go completely trans fat-free, but his product suffered.
All of our cookies disintegrate when they go into the refrigerator and we pull them back out.
Osting and Plains Bakery owner Bernie Bowling testified their suppliers are trying to perfect trans fat-free cooking oils, but haven't done it yet, leaving their hands tied.
In an ordinance that totally banned the trans fat at this time would put us at a competitive disadvantage.
Because the proposal currently on the table won't regulate big grocery store chains and the baked goods they sell.
As a small bakery operation, we don't have the research and development that Yum or the other ones have. We have enough trouble just keeping our products in the store and our employees happy and what have you.
Health and Human Services Chairwoman Mary Woolridge says the council won't rush into a ban. She wants education first, like she had before passing the smoking ban.
When you affect people's businesses and their lives, you have to be genuinely thorough, and that's what we're hoping to do.
Councilman Hal Heiner says education is necessary, but he believes an ordinance probably isn't.
Certainly at the speed that industry is moving today to eliminate trans fats from their products, there doesn't appear to be a compelling reason to pass any type of ordinance.
So for now, you'll have to pass on the cake and cookies if you don't want the trans fats, while Metro Council decides if a ban is the recipe for success.
A new fat-free way to eat out, at least trans fat-free. New rules for the new year mean a gradual phase-out of trans fats in restaurants. Restaurants can no longer use oils, margarines, or shortenings that contain trans fat. The new law also applies to private school, grocery stores, and bakeries. It's all about good health. Eating trans fats increases your risk of heart disease by lowering good cholesterol and raising bad cholesterol. County Environmental Health is responsible for making sure food facilities like this one follow the rules.
The Department of Environmental Health is going to be doing a consultative inspection with all of our restaurants the first round. We're going to be going in and educating them, making sure they have all the resources they need to go trans fat free. Exceptions
are made for yeast dough or cake batter until 2011. For more, go to the Environmental Health website at sdcdeh.org. For CTN.org, I'm Michael Russo.